Hey guys, it's Zowie Zhao and welcome to my review video of the TUF Gaming K3, M3, P3, and H3. But before I officially start, I want to put out a disclaimer that I am not a professional tech reviewer, and all of what I will be saying in this review are subjectively based on my observations from using these peripherals for almost 3 weeks. Starting with the TUF Gaming K3, with almost 3 weeks of using it, here are my thoughts. First, being a mechanical keyboard itself, it's already a plus. As a person who plays games, it has always been a standard of mine to use or to choose mechanical keyboards over membrane keyboards because mechanical keyboards tend to be faster and easier to type on, has more responsive keystrokes, and are more precise and gives a stronger feedback when typing. Second, I love the unique USB 2.0 pass-through on its upper right corner. This one over here, that one. I never expected to need something like this. It has been more convenient for me to charge my phone, even use a flash drive. It literally does offer you a quick connection when you need it. Third, the aluminum top plate gives the keyboard a durable and at the same time high quality and expensive feel, honestly. You know that if you accidentally drop the keyboard, you can still rely on it after such fall because it does give you a premium feel, and at the same time, by the aluminum top plate itself, you know that it's gonna hold on for long. Fourth, I love the switches. Because it has blue switches, I love how clicky it sounds whenever I type. However, this is just a personal preference and other people might prefer silent keyboards over clicky ones. Fifth, I appreciate the smooth press. I have tried other blue switch keys out there, but there's a drastic difference between the K3 over the ones that I have used. I play games around 2 to 6 hours a day, depending on my free time, and the fingers on my left hand, they usually hurt when I game for so long because I tend to be a little harsh when I press the buttons. In terms of pressing the buttons, the K3 has a smoother and non-painful feel for like an extensive time of playing compared to the other blue switch keyboards and red switch keyboards that I've used in the past. I have not used any keyboard switch lube on the K3, and with no exaggeration at all, this feels like it's lubed. That's how smooth it is. And six, it's a 100% keyboard, which can be a pro or a con depending on the person. The K3 is great for people who prefer full keyboards over TKLs or 60% keyboard layouts. Not gonna lie, I prefer smaller keyboards to give me more mouse space since I use low mouse DPI settings, but you know, honestly, this doesn't stop me from liking the K3. Especially the smooth press that I mentioned earlier, I still enjoy the comfort in using the K3, and I managed to find a way to still give myself the mouse space that I need. But again, not gonna lie, just to be honest, I would still prefer smaller keyboards like TKLs or 60% keyboard layouts than this one. Seventh, and I guess the last, I love the customizable ASUS Aura Sync feature. With its software, I get to experience cross-device synchronization in terms of changing the RGB lighting of my TUF Gaming devices. I get to pick specific colors I want to match my setup, and I think it's pretty cool, especially if you are very particular with your PC setup's color scheme and aesthetics. Other keyboards that I've tried have limited light settings, and with this one, I can even sync it to music when I'm playing, or like when I'm taking pictures of it, or I leave it idle and I'm playing music. The keyboard can actually be synchronized through the ASUS Aura Sync feature. And those are my thoughts for the TUF Gaming K3. Moving on to the TUF Gaming M3, which is the mouse. The M3 has a 7000 dpi optical sensor plus 2 dpi buttons for sensitivity adjustment, and overall has 7 tactile programmable buttons. Over almost 3 weeks of using it, first of all, I love the fact that I can use the M3 for the palm grip that I'm used to. There are different types of grips when you hold your mouse. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but personally, I use a palm grip whenever I play FPS games, and that alone, with the M3 allowing me to do the palm grip, gives an edge for my preferences. And the weight is something that also needs considering. Now, this is always a thing when it comes to picking a gaming mouse. Everyone has their own preference when it comes to the weight of the mouse. I know some people who prefer a mouse that weighs over 100 grams, but the M3 weighs about 84.2 grams. So if you are used to a mouse that's much lighter, or you're used to a mouse that's much heavier, or if you prefer a mouse that's lighter than 80 grams, you might have to reconsider getting the M3. I personally am used to a mouse that's about 61 grams, and I can feel the weight difference between 61 and 84 grams. And personally, I don't mind that much since 84 grams is still lightweight. But if you're someone who's used to, let's say, 100 grams, holding an 84-gram mouse might give you a drastic difference on the feel of the weight of the mouse. So that's something that you need to consider. And that's all I could point out for my thoughts for the TUF Gaming M3. And moving on to the TUF Gaming P3, which is the mouse pad. For almost 3 weeks of using, first of all, I want to talk about the mouse pad size. The dimensions of the P3 are 450 by 280 by 2 millimeters, length, width, and height. Ever since I started using this mouse pad, I honestly struggled because I never get enough mouse pad space. But this is a personal dilemma and preference, all right? I am used to a 900 by 300 by 3 millimeter or an XXL mouse pad because I like it big. I'm just kidding. But seriously though, I need a bigger size mouse pad because I use low DPI mouse settings and low in-game sensitivity settings. This means I need a lot of space in moving my mouse whenever I play FPS games like Valorant. If you play games like Minecraft or games that don't really require you to maybe consider using low mouse settings, then this is not a problem at all. It's just that I use low settings and it has become a problem because whenever I move my mouse, I need more space sometimes. Like the mouse can get off the mouse pad because it's just too small for me. And secondly, the smooth surface of the front is not a joke. The P3 has a smooth cloth surface that provides accurate and responsive mouse tracking. It boasts an anti-fray stitching that contributes in improving its durability. And at the base of it, the P3 has a non-slip rubber base that keeps its grip on your table. If only the P3 was 3 times bigger than it is now, it's gonna be my new favorite mouse pad in terms of its surface and base grip. But again, the size is an issue for me. Lastly, I'm not sure if this is intended, but for some reason, the mouse, the TUF Gaming M3, and the mouse pad, the TUF Gaming P3, go well together for some reason. I am not sure if the two were specifically made for each other, but I tested to see how a different mouse would feel on the P3, and the smoothness was drastically different. The M3 felt better on the P3 than the other mouse that I use. So I'm not sure if this is intended. I have no idea at all, but that was my observation when I tried to use a different mouse on the P3. Last but certainly not least, we have the TUF Gaming H3. With almost 3 weeks of using the H3, here are my thoughts. First of all, I love its compatibility across different platforms. It's compatible with the Nintendo Switch in handheld mode, smart devices like your phones and tablets. It's compatible with your PC, it's compatible with Mac, and even with the PS4. Plus, it has a 3.5 millimeter connector for Xbox One and other 3.5 millimeter devices. I am used to headsets that are connected through a USB port with no other additional stuff like a 3.5 millimeter connector. So this is actually a plus for me, and it's something new to me that I actually enjoy because I have tried using it on my phone and it was pretty cool. Second, I love the 7.1 virtual surround sound technology built in this headset. The H3 provides an upgrade level of audio precision that gives you a competitive edge. You can clearly hear your enemy's footsteps, like no cap, like you can clearly hear them. Third, the microphone is better than I have expected. Around the H3's price point, headset microphones sound like, honestly, they sound like trash. And I'm just being honest here, okay? But with this, it surpassed my expectations. Although you shouldn't be expecting studio mic quality like this mic, but this headset's mic will do you great. Fourth, the comfort is undeniably true. It is advertised as lightweight and comfortable, and truthfully, it is. I use my PC for more than 12 hours a day, and this headset is comfortable even on extended sessions. Fifth, it's not lying in terms of durability, which I already expected since it boasts a tough stainless steel headband and yoke. Also, I dropped it more than 3 times and it's still working great up until now, so hehe. And last but not least, the price of the H3. At times when I'm streaming, people drop by to ask what's a great headset around the 2K peso budget. Well, here you go. It's not just a headset for your PC, but also for your other devices, not to mention the comfort, durability, and sound quality that you get. And that's something that not all headsets can give you. And that ends my review for my Tough Gaming K3, M3, P3, and H3. I hope that you enjoyed my video, and I hope that you consider the reviews that I have given. And please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell on YouTube, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook Gaming at fb.gg Zowie Zao. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you on my next video.